Here with 98.7 FM and with iHeartRadio, and we found a couple things rare at South by Southwest: shade and quiet. You can't go anywhere here and not hear music, and it's a hot day. Joined now by Charlie and Tom, Noah and the Whale. Thanks guys for hanging out. How's the South by Southwest going so far? I believe we're on the same flight out of LAX. Is that right?
Well, yeah, cool. Yeah, no, we've had a really good time. Good novelty for us being in the sun. So.
Is this your first South by experience here in Austin?
I did one like 3-4 years ago, but it feels like a new experience. Yeah.
What feels different? What's changed over the last few years?
I don't know, I guess we're not trying to do as much. Like last time I was a little crazy, just wide-eyed running around Austin, trying to eat as much barbecue as possible.
Yeah? What's been your favorite barbecue spot so far? I'm in the market, I need to find a good spot.
Are we going to plug somewhere?
Yeah.
Ironworks is good, always good.
Yeah, that's where, yeah.
Green Mesquite, just out of town, is really good. Yeah.
Okay. What about bands while you're in town? Who are you looking forward to seeing? Who are you trying to check out?
The Vaccines, Red. I haven't really looked. We did a show with TV on the radio last night. They're a cool band.
And so, what's been going on the last few years? You're obviously, at South by then, and you got a new album. Tell us the latest what's going on?
The latest? Yeah, the new record, really. Just sort of kind of touring for the rest of the year from now. We're back in the US in May, I think, doing like a month up and down the country. Yeah.
And you have a handful of shows here at South by?
Yeah, we've got a show tonight at the Lustre Pearl.
Yeah. What would your advice be to a band, since you guys are veterans now and for a South by? What would your advice be to a new band coming here for the first time?
Bring a hat, I guess.
Yeah, like this. Just like this.
Guys, follow the advice.
Yeah?
Bring a hat and an open mind and have fun.
Yeah. I want to get to know you guys a little bit better. What were the first piece of music you ever bought growing up as a kid with your own money?
Whoa, okay, can you remember yours? I need to think about mine. We used to listen to Paul Simon, right? Great stand, that was like yours.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. That was more of a record that my dad used to just play in the car. And I didn't really do that one. But the actual record I first bought was a bit embarrassing to say.
Yeah, I think the first records I used to Beach Boys, Buddy Holly. I can't remember what came first.
What about first live concert you ever saw?
I remember Reef was the first one, and then Rage Against the Machine. They were the first two I went to. Yeah.
Wow, nice.
Pretty good stuff.
I remember.
What about classical bands?
Classical bands, so many. Maybe I think the first concert might have been bootleg Beatles at the Albert Hall in London.
And you guys talked about the fact that you're going to be playing festivals coming up this summer. If you guys were to put on your own festivals, if Noah and the Whale were to put on your own festival, who would you put on the bill?
I guess Tom Waits would headline one day, John Cale maybe headline the next day, bootleg Beatles. I don't know. There's loads of good bands. I mean, it's a good time for music right now. I mean, it feels like there's a lot of cool people playing here. Yeah.
And how is it, I always am interested in talking to artists from the UK about the fact that, there's kind of one big radio station and there's just kind of more synergy with the music there versus coming to the States where you have, one city has 10 radio stations. Do you find that challenging? Is it a good challenge, or what do you think about that?
Yeah, it makes harder work, I guess.
Yeah.
But, that's cool. I think it's good. Diversity is a good thing, right? So,
yeah, I mean, the point is that you get much more variety of stuff to actually play on radio. Whereas in the UK, you have set playlists that the main radio only plays. It's X amount of songs. It's a good thing about diversity.
Yeah.
Pros and cons, both of them.
Yeah. What's your favorite city to play in the States?
Austin, Texas.
Oh, good answer. What about LA?
Yeah, we love it. We did our record in LA, down at Venice Beach.
The studio's down there?
Yeah, it's like used to be Bob Dylan's studio in the 70s, the room. And we did some stuff, Sunset Sound and Sound City and stuff like that.
So let's talk about that. So when Noah and the Whale goes into the studio for a new record, do you go in with just a ton of new songs? Do you have pieces of material? What's the creative process?
Not really. I mean, like this album, it's only like 33 minutes long, 10 tracks. And it took the longest making it of the 3 records we made. And the reason why is trying to make it as direct as possible, as concise as possible. So it was 9 months of basically breaking it down to the essentials, And it wasn't like we were working on 50 songs and picked the 10 best. We were working on 10 songs per year.
Yeah.
yeah, that's kind of how we did it.
Yeah, and it's this is the first one you recorded here in the States.
That's right.
What prompted that?
To work with Jason Lader, who co-produced the record. He's like LA-based producer, did Julie Casablancas album a couple of years ago. Yep. Did a bunch of stuff with Rick Rubin. And so yeah, to work with him really.
Well, I know you guys have barbecue to go eat and shows to play, but I want to ask you last question before I let you go. What's the best advice you've ever gotten, whether it just be about life or the music industry in particular? What's the best thing you've heard, and who told you that?
I heard a good one the other day actually, which was what's the actress's name? This famous actress or comedian in LA was asked, what advice would you give young actors or actresses coming to LA to try and break it? And she said, take La Brea. Pretty good advice.
Anything that you can't go get better than that? Yeah. All right, guys. Well, thanks again for hanging out. Enjoy your time in